Hey friends, it's Michael Kingswood. Happy Monday. It's time for the deep dive. I'm having some wine because I've already made my cash flow for today. It's 3:45 p.m. and that's a good feeling. So I know what you guys are thinking. You're thinking, "Hey, Kingswood, where the hell you been? You've been a slacker this week. You owed us a live stream about submarines, court martial on the USS Barb. You owed us a story Saturday video about the next story from Stories from the Great Challenge, which, by the way, it was going to be liquor coolers. That is story number 36, I want to say. Sorry, 34. Where the hell are they? The answer is, since you're asking it, well, they're not there. What the hell's wrong with you, Kingswood? Why didn't you bring us the stuff you promised? I have 2 words to explain that. 2 words. But they describe a single culprit for this calamity which has occurred. My mom. Yeah, it's all her fault. You see, I, being a magnanimous, charitable, compassionate, and ever loving soul, detected that I had not 1 but 2 children's birthdays coming up within a period of a week. And when said maternal figure knelt and bowed and begged to come be present for said birthdays, I deigned to allow said person to come and bask in the glory of our presence. She arrived Wednesday night. Consequently, there was a lot of work to do to get ready for the presence of this person. And it was very frustrating. Not frustrating, very stressful. Lots to do. Lots to get done around the house. Cleaning, because, my God, there cannot be a speck of dust. And other things. So it came getting close to time to pick the maternal figure up from the airport on Wednesday. It was also coming time to talk about summary court martial on USS Barb. The Kingswood's head was exploding, and he was forced to go play poker because he knew he needed more money while the maternal figure was here. Consequently, he made money. Yay. And then maternal figure came. And we did maternal figure, grandmotherly, and grandchildrenly stuff for the next couple of days. And although I had recorded the audio for liquor coolers, story number 34, there was still video and editing and processing stuff to be done for it, and all the stuff going on, as well as trying to still make cash flow. Saturday came, and I was like, all right, well, I could still get this done, I think. And then, lo and behold, I guess there is a secondary culprit to this. The primary culprit, of course, is my mom. The secondary culprit is my daughter. Of course, she is the epitome of grace and beauty. And is a ballerina. And a really good one, too. And does other dancing stuff, too. And this Saturday was her annual performance of the Nutcracker with the local troupe. And there were 2 shows. Me and the grandma were going to the afternoon show. She and her mom are going to go. Her mom is going to go to the evening show. But unbeknownst to me, she's also. Well, I knew she was in this dance theater, musical theater thing. But unbeknownst to me, they had also put on another show in the morning for that. So, well, I couldn't not go to that. So I was like, geez, okay. So I was out late Friday, getting some cash flow done. Got up and just had the logistics of getting everything ready for the early morning, her ready to go to her thing in the morning, then going to the thing in the morning, and then getting grandma to the thing in the afternoon, and then realizing that also Saturday, this is the third culprit, is second son had his birthday on Saturday. So I had to arrange birthday stuff and cake and other things. And fortunately, grandma helped with the cake and stuff, but still, there's stuff to do for that. And consequently, between uh, musical theater and uh, freaking Nutcracker and second son birthday, nothing got done cash flow wise on Saturday, and no opportunity to record the video you were desperately waiting for. You were desperately waiting for Liquor Coolers. Could not finish it up. So by the end of the evening on Saturday, was very tired, needed to go out, drive, and make money, but I could not do it. So I went and played poker instead and made $100. So yay! And then of course yesterday, Sunday, had to go to church. And after church, had to have lunch with grandma because the maternal unit must have time with grandkids. And then I was kind of wet because I've been out late the last couple months. So I kind of just zonked for a couple hours. And then it was, oh yeah. And there's culprit number 4, the ex who was going on a trip and who got to the airport and realized as she's in security that she had left her fanny pack with her ID, all her cash, all her debit cards, and everything in her Uber with her friend. And please, 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 can I help to get her passport to her so she can get the trip? The ex and I are on good terms, so I generally like to help out if I can. But, and this actually helped me out inadvertently because I was thinking, man, cash flow, I got to get out driving, got to do some other stuff. I need a big cash flow today, and it's Sunday evening. And how am I going to do this? And I get to get to grandma to the airport for her late night flight, and that's going to cut into all the things. And then as soon as I get the call from the ex, grandma was like, oh, well, just take me now, save you trouble. And I was like, man, I don't want to deprive. As the ultra charitable, magnanimous, handsome, and all around awesome son that I am, I did not want to deprive the maternal unit of grandkid time. But at the same time, going back and forth to the airport 3 times would have taken like an hour and a half. So eventually, it was like, yes, please, let's do that. So we stopped by her ex's place, get her passport, brought grandma to the airport. She was the same terminal as the ex. They got to hang out for an hour or so before both their planes. Hoo-yah! And I went to go finish my driving cash flow and went back to the poker room, of course, and made another $130 in an hour. It's like, hey, yeah, life is good. Life is good. Came back and crashed, and only then did it fully set in that I had not fulfilled the video and streaming obligations. And it's all my mom's fault. Why? You said, why do you ask? Well, there's all these other culprits I mentioned. No, shit bait. No. First of all, the other secondary culprit that might be the secondary culprit, the beautiful and graceful daughter figure who's the ballerina. Why is she beautiful and graceful? Good genes. Where do the good genes come from? Dad and mom. So, the birthday of the son. Why is that? Why does the sun exist? Because I'm a handsome, irresistible devil, and therefore we had lots of kids. Why am I handsome, irreversible? Why am I a handsome, irresistible devil? Good genes. Yeah, quod erat demonstratum. You see, and then the X. Why is the X's problem interfering with video? It didn't really. But I have the X because I'm a handsome, irresistible, sexy devil. And where does that come from? Good genes. Therefore, it's mom's fault. Quod erat demonstratum. All this stuff that happened over the weekend that was calamitous to the video and streaming plans is all mom's fault. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Anyway, so it was an amusing weekend, as you can tell. Um, and today's been an amusing Monday. Um, it's it's a pretty good start to the week overall. Um, Today, the got back from making cash flow, made the kids lunch, and did a few other things. Checked on a couple of business items, a couple of just general housekeeping stuff. Had to have some wine, and getting ready to take care of evening time business here in a little bit. But I figured I would come talk to you guys since I told you I would. Um, yeah, so that's the deal. So yeah, but a lot of good poker over the last week. Three different sessions. I want to say, actually, last Wednesday before going to going to pick up mom, I actually left a little bit down just because of time constraints. But then was up 92 the second time and up 125 the second time. So an overall up, was that 150 $200 for the week, which considering it's not too bad. I have a spreadsheet where I track all my poker stuff, and I I only just recently started it in the last couple of months, and I say that writing right about a 60% win ratio. So when I go play poker, 60% of the time I walk out with a win, which means profit, right? The loss can be anything from losing $1, which there was one session where that was, to losing the entire buy-in. And generally, I only go in for one. So limited downside, whatever upside. There's been a couple times where I've done 6x at the table in just a couple hours. A couple times where it's like, hey, look, I made $3. Life is good in an hour. Life is good. So that's going pretty well. In fact, it's gone quite well in the last couple of months. The um, make it was able to overcome a couple of unexpected hurdles because of poker winnings. So that was always nice. So that was good. And what else is going on in the writing world? I guess, as I said, I have not done much in terms of video recording and streaming, but I have made progress, a little bit of progress in another story. I just need to spend the time and finish it up, and we'll be back in the saddle again. Okay, I think that was the that was the blame mom rant that I wanted to do. Um, I don't have too much else. Oh, yes, that's right. Update on the Maginot Line and the Great Rodent Battle. Alas, there is no real update. Oh, look, the doggie's here. You can't really see her because of the way the camera's set up, but she's come here, come here, come here, come on, come on, come on, come on. There she is. Look for it. Look, look. Come here, come here, come here, come here. Well, all right, fine. Anyway, so the Maginot Line remains. There's been relatively little action on the rodent battle front since I established the Maginot Line in that hidden closet. We caught one of the buggers, and there has been evidence of activity because glue traps get moved. And one time a mechanical trap got sprung, though nothing got, and broken, though nothing got actually caught. But I've reestablished the line with more glue traps, and in the last 2 or 3 days since then, not a lot. There's been a couple of bits of evidence of that moving behind the line, of movement behind the line, but on the line itself, no, and no evidence of movement inside the interior to the house past the line. So I think I got them cornered, which is good. So now I'm thinking today as I was driving around, it's like, I guess I need to learn how to do drywall. Never tried to do drywall before, but this closet, I think I told you before, it's behind the coat closet downstairs, which is underneath the stairs. And the previous owner just cut a hole and to go into a crawl space back there where you can store stuff, which is cool. But the joists and the studs are all exposed, and there's pipes running. You can see pipes running, and things like that. And it's like, okay, well, clearly there's no barrier to entry here. This is where the buggers are getting in. Then when I first moved in 2 years ago, I didn't really care about that because it's a storage spot that nobody goes into. But now that we're having this issue with these guys, like, okay, I guess I gotta put up some drywall or even just hammer some plywood in place. Man, I know how to hammer plywood. That's easy, but maybe I should just learn how to do drywall. It can't be that. I say it can't be that hard, but I have no idea how you actually do it. So maybe it is hard. So I'm going to be going on a little research and learning expedition here in the next week or two. See if I can't teach myself drywall skills. And it's not a very big place. I mean, it only gets, I can't, got to squat down in it. I think it maybe gets 3.5, 4 feet tall. Maybe 4.5 feet tall. And no, that's the door. You gotta squat down to get through it. Once you're in it, I can squat and I can't stand up, but can there's a fair amount of it. So there's not a huge amount of wall surface area to put the drywall up. So I mean, if it's something that if I'm gonna learn how to do this, I mean it's not that big. So it should be, you know, um so not a huge project to obtain. And if I screw it up and it ends up looking really ugly, who cares? Because nobody goes back there but me to put stuff in storage. Right? It's not like big gaping screwed up drywall in the living room. So that's something we're gonna be looking into here. Um, I guess that's what YouTube's made for. Figure out instruction videos of how to put a drywall. That'll be fun. Um, and a good thing to know how to do too. So hey, why not? Um, yeah. So updates on that. But if I could seal that off with drywall or just some wood, um, I have the feeling we might call this rodent incursion fully defeated because they can't get in past that. Do I really care if they're scurrying around behind the walls? Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I do. However, that becomes a homeowners association thing because the house where I'm in it's townhouse and it's condo wise the HOA has jurisdictions from I have insurance responsibilities and jurisdiction from the studs inward. The HOA has structural jurisdiction from the studs outward, which means setting up rodent barriers external and all the other sort of things is really their job. And if I can get the place sealed up so they can't get in past that, I can then pass the buck and say, hey, you deal with the expense of do all this stuff. Which, given how not super responsive this HOA is probably not the best plan. But at least I will get them to stop from scurrying around everywhere. That's an initial win. So we're at a partial win now because it appears there's been no further incursions past the closet and into the actual living space. Now we just got to take final steps to kill more of the buggers and also to seal it up properly. Now that the buggers may actually be dead already because I've laid out a whole bunch of these little poison pill things that I got from Home Depot that I guess they eat them and it goes into their water stomach. I guess rats have two stomachs. I guess one for water, one for food. And these poison pills are supposed to go in there and expand so they can't get water and they dehydrate and die someplace. And of course, they're like, oh, can't control where they're going to die. So it might end up someplace. Well, as long as it's not in my living room, I kind of don't really care that much. So, and I put a couple of those things in that closet and one of them got upended and and it looks like a whole lot of those little poison pill things were spread and, and maybe chewed, maybe just spread everywhere. But there's a good chance they got that way too. Regardless, I do need to resolve this with the the storage space drywall thing. So ongoing project. In addition to everything else I'm doing, which is fun. Final thing. So shoot. Oh, You know what? I'm going to secure. I got to step away for a second. There's one thing I forgot to bring. Hang on a second. Boom. Right. So sorry about that. The so as a guy who writes, I also read for obvious reasons. Duh. The reason I write is because I read for a long time. Um, so most of the stuff I have is paperback. I had some hardbacks of the stuff that I really liked. I didn't really have much in the fancy stuff until I hooked up with the the Castalia Library leather bound stuff. Um, this is their Niccolo Machiavelli Discourses on Levy that they sent out a month or two ago. Really nice looking book. Look at this thing. Whew, man, this is great. But get a leather bound book from these guys every 2 months. It's really well done. It's awesome. And so because of that, I've gotten onto a leather bound book kink, for lack of a better word. So I went over to Easton Press. Got the Lord of the Rings, their Lord of the Rings bundle a while back from them, because if you're gonna have anything in leather, it's got to be Tolkien, right? But I found they had this masterpieces of science fiction leather bound subscription thing, and the first one was Dune at a vastly discounted price, like $40 for a leather bound Dune. I mean, look at this. Oh, this is great. So like, okay, I gotta sign up for this thing. So I did. And Dune came and liked it. Not a huge fan of the cover arts, kind of, yeah, but I mean, it's interior art's pretty awesome. Look at that. And the page layout's good, and it's nicely embossed, and yeah, looks good. So I decided to stick with that subscription, and today the next one came, and that is The Martian Chronicles, Ray Bradbury. You can see the cover art, I think, is a little bit better than the Dune one. Interior art is still pretty nice. Check it. And the paper is kind of cool. The Dune and the Castalia Library stuff is very smooth and silky, whereas this one is thick, but it feels a little more rough. It feels almost like parchment, and it's kind of nice. I kind of like it. The print layout's cool, works pretty well. Only issue is it's hard to. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it well or not, but I posted some pictures online about it. But the only issue is if you look at some of these pages, have some weird. Yeah, you can see it there. They got some weird, like, red splotches on the edge of them. Only not every page, just some of them. So clearly, that's an error of some kind. Somebody talked to Easton Press about getting that fixed or replaced. But quite overall, quite pleased. Another great book, getting good fancy schmancy leather bound books for the bookshelf. And I've never read The Martian Chronicles. I watched the movie they made of it a long time ago, and I liked that movie, but I don't know how true that movie is to the book because I've never read it. So now I have an excuse to read another Bradbury thing. So hey, life is good. Right, so that's what's been going on, and I've been talking for, hey, look at that, 24 and a half minutes now, which is long for one of these streams. And I think that pretty much gets everything up to date. I'm going to sign off now. I got a couple things to do. Then I got to get my girl back to her ballet class, and I got to do my evening work of writing. And I already made my driving cash flow for the day, but maybe I'll play some poker too. And of course, cooking dinner and all that other stuff. And of course, Thanksgiving preps. Got to get ready for the Thanksgiving feast in a couple days. It's going to be good. So that's what's going on. It's been an interesting few days. Hope you guys had a great weekend as well. I shall talk to you guys tomorrow. And yes, on Wednesday, we will do, tomorrow's Tuesday, of course. So on Wednesday, we will go into Thunder Below as written by Eugene Flucky. Medal of Honor recipient from the US Navy submarine force in World War II, one of the biggest badass submarine drivers of all time. We're talking about a time he gave the guy a summary court martial because it's a interesting story. And we'll do that Wednesday morning. I think I'm actually going to, yeah, I think I'm going to do it in the morning because I have a couple other things going on in the morning. And if I get that done, morning my time, probably around 10 Pacific time, make it easier for me. So suck it up if you don't like it. I'll come back tomorrow in the afternoon or evening as well, and we'll continue these daily things. Can't promise anything on Thanksgiving because Thanksgiving. And I hope you're not going to be sitting around waiting for me on Thanksgiving because Thanksgiving. If you're not American, give thanks anyway. All right. I'm out. Have a good one. See you next time.